Hello Access, it's Dave here and I'm joined today by Rob.
Hello.
And we are looking at Wolfenstein The New Order.
It looks really good, Dave.
It does look, it looks good already, doesn't it? It's coming to PS3 and PS4 later this year.
And you've seen it and played it.
I've seen it and played it, yeah. I was lucky enough to go to Bethesda in London earlier this month and get a couple of hours hands-on with it, which was mostly sort of this part of the game.
The water looks amazing. As a connoisseur of in-game water, I get thumbs up for that water there.
It gets Rob's thumbs up for water effects.
Yeah, and
that's good.
like the sunlight on the water. Very nice.
Have you played any Wolfenstein before, Rob?
No, I am a Wolfenstein virgin.
As am I. It's because you and I are relatively young, unlike Nathan, who's quite old, and he was telling me he used to play it as a teenager or something, as a 30-year-old man.
The dawn of first-person shooters.
Exactly. So this was sort of my first real experience of it. So I'm going to fill you in a little bit. This is 5 things you need to know about Wolfenstein The New Order. This is the first thing,
right?
Which is sort of the setting, story kind of thing. It's not a very definite thing. So you play Captain B.J. Blazkowicz.
Cool.
What a name. Who's an American soldier in an alternate history. So this is 1946 at the moment that you're seeing now.
So the war's still going on.
The war's still going on. That's right. The Nazis, in a weird twist of alternate history, suddenly developed this new kind of weird technology that was enabling them to turn the tide against the Allies in the war. So perhaps by draining men of
that guy's
all
just
their
thrown
fluids. Yeah, well, it's because of the horrible things that he can see around him.
Oh yeah, I've just noticed.
In this part of the game, which is at the start of the game, Blazkowicz and his team have landed at a Nazi base to try and sort of get the power back to the Allies.
That's like quite unpleasant. Is that the Nazis doing these things to
yeah, this
here?
is the Nazi base. They're doing all kinds of weird stuff, which you don't know anything about at this time.
Nazis in there.
I know, they're crazy ideas.
Even in alternate history. Maybe the alternate history could have been the Nazis were nice.
Perhaps.
But no,
it didn't really happen.
So
at the end of that part of the game, 1946 part, which is, as I said, like the start, Blazkowicz takes a little bit of a knock to the head, and he ends up here in this sort of asylum. Right. And 14 years pass, a bit like this, where he's sort of quietly watching things. He's not able to.
14-year time lapse, right there.
That's right. Yeah, he's not able to talk to anybody. He can't communicate, but he gets to know sort of the staff and things through some cutscenes. And then this happens in 1960.
The colour comes back.
Nazi soldiers turn up with their guns. They hit that lady who's really nice, and this is her parents actually struggling with this guy, and he shoots her in the stomach and she shoots him in the head.
So we're in 1960 and the Nazis are still.
That's right. The Nazis.
Large.
This is too much for Blazkowicz, who gets up because he cannot stand this happening.
Yes,
and
Blazkowicz.
That's right. And so the game continues. So yeah, in 1960, in this alternate history, the Nazis won the war. War is over. Blazkowicz has woken up and he's thought, no, this isn't happening. I'm getting my chainsaw.
So he's going to start the war all over again.
I'm going to rebel against every Nazi I can find. And this is really the bulk of the game now is from 1960 onwards. And
so it's all about killing Nazis.
It is, yes, which brings me on to my second point. Not really at all, but I'm going to number 2 now, which is secrets and loot. So the Nazis were known for their secrets and their looting. Yeah. And the game is full of it. So just in the short sort of period I had with the game, I found quite a few secret passageways and things and loot items as well.
Did you find the Holy Grail?
I didn't find the Holy Grail, no. But
because I think they were after that, weren't they?
I'll keep an eye out for it next time. But the passageways often lead you to like sort of alternate gameplay routes. Look at that, it's horrible.
It's quite violent, isn't it?
Which leads me to my third point, which is that the game has like a stealth aspect. It doesn't have to at all.
Okay.
But if you want to play it stealthily, you can.
I don't want to play it stealthily.
But sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's kind of helps you out. Like for instance, this guy is like a captain, and if he sees you before you kill him, then he calls for reinforcements. So if you can take him down silently.
I like the way all these guys are like, set up in such a way that they have their backs to you, so you can stealth them.
That wall needs to be watched.
Nice.
So that throwing knife there is one of the perks that you can unlock.
This guy,
which I really like, because there's a perk tree as well, which is done by completing small like in-game challenges. Anyway, this guy, I think this is General Death's Head. That's his actual name. I think he's got a German name actually, but they've nicknamed him Death's Head. And this is that there are
general bad guy.
My point here, what's this? Number 3 is that there are decision-making parts in the game, which the consequences of which I'm not sure about. And I don't want to give away any of the decisions that I had to make, but they were quite difficult to make.
Decisions like, do I stab him in the back or do I shoot him in the face? Or more complex narrative decisions?
More complex narrative decisions. Right. And there was also a really cool tense bit where I was being interrogated by a Nazi.
Okay.
And they did like a sort of a personality test on me with like cards. And you had to say what you could see in the cards. You know, I can't remember what that kind of test is called. It's a psychological thing. Anyway, we've skipped ahead. This is number 4 now. There are loads of cool guns, and you can dual wield nearly all of them.
Oh, okay.
Which is wicked. Even the sniper rifle, which I found in my demo, you can dual wield sniper rifles.
Right.
Which is mad. And also, sort of linked to that, this if you get a headshot in this game, it makes the best sound ever. It's a Nazi dog, Rob, so you can't feel bad. That dog's a Nazi.
I don't like it when dogs die in games.
No, what about one that's trying to eat your face off? I mean, to be fair,
it's not the dog's fault, it's whoever's brought it up.
Yeah, but he's shooting them as well, though. It's fine. So,
irresponsible dog owners.
So, yeah, point 5 is that this game is just really fun in like an old school way. It's not taking itself too seriously.
It doesn't look like it.
Look at this. Look at this bit of destruction. This gun is nuts. And just the way the concrete falls apart.
So it's just about shooting Nazis basically in lots of fun ways.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know, it's a little bit outrageous. It's like I said, it's set in an alternate history and stuff. There's really cool set pieces like this when you're climbing up the front of a building, and in a minute a plane's going to crash into it and stuff. As I said, you can dual wield like nearly every gun in the game.
You just spoil the plane for me.
Well, you know, you're going to see it literally now. So I don't care. There you go. And yeah, there's like power-ups, and you can overcharge your health. You can break crates. It's
power-ups?
Yeah, well, just as in, like, you can, like I said, overcharge your health. So your health doesn't get to 100. You can take it past that if you find more medipacks, and it will slowly sort of run back down to 100. And stuff like that. And I just had an awful lot of fun with it. I didn't know what to expect, and I really, really enjoyed it. And yeah, they've just somehow quite cleverly managed to take an old school kind of approach to a game, but put it in the modern world, and it just really works. It was lots of fun, and I can't wait to get my hands on it again. And hopefully I've talked you into looking forward to it as well. I mean, look at it. It looks excellent as well.
It looks great. Smoke looks great. It's got water that looks great.
That's true.
And you can't go wrong with killing Nazis, can you really? Because they're like zombies.
Yeah.
Just they're there to be killed in video games.
And I like to pretend that maybe I'm Indiana Jones a little bit.
Really?
I actually am Indiana Jones. I haven't told you yet. Anyway, so that is Wolfenstein The New Order. It's coming out in May this year. So please do subscribe. We're going to have more on that as soon as possible, because any chance I get to get my hands on with it, I will take. As well as lots more on just everything PlayStation. So please do subscribe.